I said it the other day, and I'll say it again. It's time to stop taking IGN seriously as an outlet. They just put a review out of the upcoming Mario and Luigi Brothership game. And you know they rated it? A 5 out of 10. A 5 out of freaking 10. This is the same outlet that gave Concord and Dustborn a higher score than this. This is the same outlet that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero was the same as Concord. These guys rated a game that had a 2-week launch, and then the game completely shut down, and they rated it higher than Mario and Luigi Brothership. I am going to say press X to doubt on that. Sure, people are free to have their opinion, but guess what? In this instance, IGN's opinion is officially wrong. It's obvious that they got people there that have no clue what the hell they're doing. Maybe there's some bias, maybe there's some agenda. I mean, when they're rating Dustborn like a fucking 7 out of 10, one of the games that couldn't even get 1,000 players on it since its launch, or Concord, which couldn't even get over a couple thousand players, when they're rating those games higher than a game like Mario and Luigi, you got to think, is it because Mario and Luigi wasn't woke enough? I think that's what it probably is. Anytime I see critic score where the critic score is higher than the user reviews, I'm like, all right, I'm out of there. Think about what they just did with Dragon Age, the Veilguard, right? The user scores are low as hell on there, but the critic scores, like IGN and them, they're giving them 9s out of 10s. Why? Because they're woke, because they have stuff like misgendering and stuff. Mario and Luigi's not going to have a cutscene where there's misgendering. It's going to be whimsical. It's going to be fun. It's going to be an actual game that focuses on gameplay mechanics and all sorts of stuff. So I saw the 5 out of 10 review, and yes, I'm going to be angry about it. Because at this point, it seems like IGN is just trolling us. That they know that they're going to get reactions from the 5 out of 10, and people are going to click the article and read what they say. At this point, I'm convinced they're just as every bit of a rage bait grifter that all these little woke journalists try to call people like myself and others that call out anti-woke content as rage baiters. I'm almost sure they're doing this on purpose, so we'll click their little link. So IGN, I think... hopefully you guys aren't as much idiots as I think you are, but we'll see. So I put this tweet out saying, IGN sucks so bad. They rated Concord and Dustborn higher than this. Stop taking them as a credible outlet. And again, all of a sudden, just because Dragon Age got 9s out of 10s, all these wokies wanted to take them as a credible outlet because they want their woke games to be good. But remember, it doesn't invalidate the criticisms that we had for Dragon Age. It doesn't invalidate that the misgender scene, that the top surgery scars are in there and they're cringe. And then look at the user scores. And then you see these wokies saying, oh, well, legitimate reviews say the game's a 9 out of 10. Okay, so you're saying that gamers that actually sat and played the game weren't paid shills. Their opinion doesn't matter. That's what they do. So, looking on this, it says the Switch has been home to many triumphant revivals for Nintendo, but the Mario and Luigi series has sadly missed the boat. Again, this is bullshit. If this is their feeling, you can see right here in the review, just like I guess the blurb, it says, apart from the combat, it fundamentally misunderstands its own past success and completely fumbles Luigi's role in puzzle solving and exploration by making him more of a pain than a partner. The story is simplistic and unoriginal. Its attempt at humor fall flat, and the overly chatty writing holds your hand to a ridiculous degree. Fair criticisms, but a 5 out of 10? Get out of here. So let's go ahead and look at some of the replies. You can see Madam Savvy, who's always on it, says, you think Dragon Age is good writing? I don't believe you for this rating. You sold your souls for a couple of shekels, and what did it earn you? Some Twitter engagement? I really hope it's all worth it. I can't imagine a subpar salary and a few dwindling connections is all worth this fakeness. And that's right. If you go and look at who the writers for Dragon Age of Veilguard were, they're like degenerates that write about horny dragon books, and they self-inserted themselves into Dragon Age. You're telling me that Nintendo, one of the greatest storytellers of all time, made a 5 out of 10? Packer Girl says this is what Dragon Age is, yet it has a 9, which it should be reversed. It should 110 be reversed. Dragon Age should have been the 5 out of 10, and Mario should have gotten the 9 out of 10. So you can see, so by translation, this is probably a very good game. And that's how I kind of understand it. If the user scores are higher than the critic scores, that means it's good. That means it doesn't have woke bullshit in it. So anytime that you see critic scores suddenly praising a game like immensely, or even a movie, that's a red flag. Right here, should have made Mario non-binary, would have got a 9. I mean, you're right. That's all these people care is if there's somebody that is non-binary or LGBTQ or a person of color, and then it automatically becomes a contender for Game of the Year. They're getting roasted immensely, and well-deserved. I don't trust it since they have been really off on the reviews this year. Still getting it, and will make my own decision on it. And that's good. That is good. Is it because it didn't talk to you guys like children? Too much water again? What do you mean a 5? A Mario game getting a score less than 8 from IGN? Hell is about to break loose. If Luigi would have come out as gay, this would have been a 9 or 10. Highly doubt the series is a fucking 5. Look, even Mighty Keith, one of the wokest fucking weirdos on the platform, says y'all are smoking dick and balls. He even is calling that out. And that guy is one of the worst people on Twitter as far as buying into all this woke bullshit and defending stuff. So you can see they're just calling it out. A good Sonic game gets a 9 out of 10 and a Mario game gets a 5 out of 10 from IGN. What timeline is this? Y'all start looking at the authors of these reviews. Need to call out the source. Y'all gave Sparking Zero a 7, so I know this game gonna be fire. Let's go ahead and take a look. Honestly, I'm very curious to take a look at this writer of the article. So Logan Plant. Let's take a look at Logan Plant. Let's see what other articles. Oh, right up the bat. Logan J. Plant. Let's see if I'm even banned. Let's look him up. Oh, I'm not blocked. So, okay. No pronouns in the bio yet, so that's a good sign. Let's go ahead. So they made their debut at Kind of Funny Videos with this. I think what it is it's rage bait. Them trying to get people to come out and let's see. They posted this. Let's see if they it's also just boring. Generic areas you've seen before. Sailing handed entirely through a basic menu. Unfunny jokes that get beaten into the ground. So they go into depth with their stuff at least, right? Said play Paper Mario Thousand Year Door instead. So who knows? There's people giving him the benefit of doubt on his thing, of course. You guys are failing to realize Logan is a regular on a Nintendo podcast. He's a fan. He's not just going to give a bad score to give a bad score. I'm still pressing X to doubt on this. I really am. Solely because, yeah, he's definitely LGBTQ, which there's nothing wrong with it, but they start to put their bias inside of their reviews and all that. They start to hate on games because it doesn't fill their agendas. So a 5 out of fucking 10, guys. I'm not buying into that. I refuse to think that this game has a 5 out of 10 score, but Concord and Dustborn reviewed higher than it. There's no way. There's absolutely no way in hell. IGN, Logan Plant, come on, man. I think Logan Plant was just trying to get a rise out of people so they can click his article and he can get views. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, guys. Would love to hear what you have to say. Subscribe if you're brand new, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching.